Hello everyone, I've decided to go ahead and share one of my recipes that a lot of people ask how I make. I'm actually making it today and it takes a while to make it, and today John has a long day at work, so I can afford to make this. I'm going to make, these are pork ribs. These are baby back ribs. You could do them with country ribs, spare ribs, any kind of rib. But basically you gotta boil them first. You boil them from anywhere from an hour to 2 hours, depending on how big they are. I think I can get away with boiling these for 2 hours just because, like I said, John's going to have a long day at work. So let's go ahead and let's get started. First, I put a pot of water. Water's probably like up to here. It's already boiling. In it, I put some crushed red pepper, some salt, one of these garlic cloves. I got a real big one and I smashed it. A few bay leaves and a whole onion is chopped up in there, not like finely chopped, just like rough chopped, and some brown sugar. Now, I don't have measurements. People who know how I cook know that I never have specific measurements. I just eyeball all of it. But now we're going to want to put all the goodies in our boiling water. Oh, that smells nice. And this basically is just flavoring the water. I apologize for any random children that might come in and start talking to me or screaming, because you never know when they're going to do that. I went ahead and I made the sauce that we're going to make for our ribs. And in here, I basically used Kraft honey barbecue sauce. I used a little bit of this. This is the majority of what you're going to be using because, I mean, it's barbecue sauce. It already has everything that you need in it. So I used a little bit of this. Then I just had a few splashes, like a good 3 splashes of this Red Creek mesquite flavored all-purpose marinade. And make sure you shake it up before you use it. Then I put in a good generous handful of light brown sugar. Yes, my ribs are not exactly healthy, but they're good, so it doesn't matter. Then I put in some crushed red pepper, which I also put in the water that's still boiling right now. I went ahead and I put that all in together and I mixed it up really, 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 really well. Make sure that the brown sugar is really incorporated in there. Ribs are still going strong. As you can see, the water has reduced a lot. I did have to fill it up about twice. It's 7:02 right now, and I used this cup right here twice, about this size, with hot boiling water from the sink, and I put it in there, boiling them for about 2 hours. And yeah, as soon as John gets home, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take them out from here. I'm going to drop them in our glaze. And then I'm going to put them in our New Wave oven. And if you don't have a New Wave oven, that's cool. I know not everyone has one. If I didn't have the New Wave oven, then I would put these guys in the oven for 375 degrees for about 10 minutes. And I would really be keeping an eye on them because it just depends on everyone's oven. Everyone's oven is different. You know, you're not quite sure how long you want to keep them in there. But I put them in there, check on them. If you see they're getting too brown for your taste, go ahead and take them out. If you like them crispy, leaving them in longer. The baste that you'll use, because I like to baste my ribs also, is going to be what you have left over from this. Because, I mean, this is going to just coat your ribs. So you're obviously going to have some of this mixture left. Since our ribs are already cooked, you can go ahead and you can save this and you can just keep drizzling it and basting it on your ribs. So once your ribs are fully cooked, once they've come out of the oven or your New Wave oven, you go ahead and you put them back in the mixture, mix them up, and serve them. For the New Wave oven, look at that. Anyway, get down. And again, I might edit it. I don't know. But what was I saying? Oh, my New Wave oven. If you do have a New Wave oven, which, you know, that'd be great if you do. I'm going to put mine to bake. I always bake everything at 425. That's like the to-go-to temperature on a New Wave oven. So I'd go ahead and I'd put it for 420, and I'm going to put them on for about 6 minutes. Once they're done, I'm going to see if I like how they look. If I don't, I'm going to get more glaze them over, and put them in for maybe another 4 minutes. If I'm happy with the 6, then I'll just toss them in the leftover glaze and then I'll serve them. We're back. It's 7:19. John just got home and he's already in the other room getting into his pajamas and everything. Again, he had a late night. He usually doesn't come home this late. And I have dinner ready, you know, by 5 and 6. But it's got a little bay leaf on it. I'm taking out my ribs and already they've been falling off the bone, which is super awesome. You can see like all the onion and garlic that I had in there. And again, like, you don't have to put that stuff on here. You can take it off. It was just for the flavor. So then now, we're going to go ahead. We're just going to get our ribs. I'm going to put them in here. I'm going to put in a few at a time. Look, here's an example. I put this rib in here, and you can see, look at that. Meat's falling right off. So you do want to be a little gentle with these. I was going to just toss them, but clearly, like, they're really, really tender and really soft. So you just want to be real careful. You don't want them to fall off too much. Like, yeah. It's kind of hard to tell which ones will fall apart, but some of these are really just clearly, look like this one again. You can see the meat there kind of falling apart. So if these had just a little bit more meat, then 2 hours would have been perfect. But I'm happy with the results. I don't care if they fall off. That's what I wanted. And I forgot my tongs. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to keep doing this process because you clearly don't want to see me do this because it's just the same thing over and over and over again. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to place all these guys in my new wave oven for 420 degrees for about 5 minutes. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to plate dinner and we are going to eat. So let's watch the boys dance because Despicable Me is over. Awesome. So I'm going to demonstrate the tenderness of the rib. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, oh, that's beautiful. And they're delicious and we highly recommend them. Right, Johnny?